Hello, and welcome to another episode of Insights from Strinder, where we break down complex business and technical concepts. Today, we are focusing on the concept of landlocked countries in Africa, an important geographical concept that has huge economic and business implications. Let's get right into it. Now, imagine you are a major Nigerian trader in Lagos, ready to ship a container of goods straight out of Apapa port to Europe. Now, picture an alternative reality. A business owner in Uganda or Rwanda trying to do the exact same thing. They can't just drive to a nearby port like you did and load their goods into a ship. Why? Because their country is entirely surrounded by land, meaning they are landlocked. These seemingly simple geographical facts adds thousands of miles, weeks of time, and huge amount of money to their import and export costs. It's like being forced to use 2 or 3 extra taxes just to get your package to the post office. Now, let's define what a landlocked country is adequately. A landlocked country is one that has no direct access to the sea or an ocean. Its entire border is shared only with other countries. Out of the 54 countries in Africa, 16 are landlocked. This is the second highest number of landlocked countries of any continent. These landlocked countries are Central African Republic, Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, South Sudan, Ethiopia, Niger, Chad, Mali, Burkina Faso, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Botswana, Eswatini, Malawi, and Lesotho. Fun fact, Lesotho is unique as it is an enclave. This means it's completely surrounded by just one country, which is South Africa. Now, how does being landlocked affect trade, especially import and export for these countries? Number one, higher costs. Goods must be transported across one or more neighboring countries, known as transit countries, to reach a coastal port. This involves paying for trucking, border fees, tolls, and sometimes multiple custom checks. These costs can be 30% to 50% higher than for their coastal competitors, making their exports less competitive globally. Number two, logistical delays. Borders are often bottlenecks, and delays at customs, poor road infrastructures in transit countries, political instability can lead to missed deadlines and supplies of goods not meeting their adequate requirements in terms of quality when they get to where they're supposed to go. Another impact is a dependence on neighbors. Landlocked nations are heavily reliant on maintaining good relationships and efficient transit agreements with their coastal neighbors to access global markets. However, despite these difficulties and challenges, businesses are able to still navigate these challenges. How do they do this? Number one, regional economic blocks. Organizations like ECOWAS or the East African Community (EAC) work to simplify customs procedures and improve shared infrastructure like roads and railways, making transit smoother and cheaper. Another way the business navigate this challenge is through the northern and southern corridors. Countries have been able to develop specific dedicated transit corridors to major ports. For instance, the northern corridor connects Uganda, Rwanda, and Burundi to the port of Mombasa in Kenya. These corridors aim for fast-tracked customs clearance. Another way is focusing on high-value goods. Some businesses focus on exporting goods with a high value to weight ratio, such as coffee, gemstones, or specialized tech components. This allows a higher transport cost to be absorbed more easily. Finally, another emerging solution which may not yet be sustainable is digital trade. Landlocked countries are increasingly turning to digital exports and services such as software development and remote work, which entirely bypass the need for physical transport. In summary, this geographical reality is a significant factor in African business, but it's also a powerful driver for regional cooperation and innovation. Thank you for watching this edition of Insights from Strinder. To learn more about complex business and tech topics in simpler and easier to understand formats, be sure to visit us at www.strinder.com and follow our social media handles. See you next time.